Well, hello folks, welcome back to the Homegrown Farms channel. Mr. Huxley says hi to everybody. He's trying to bite on me. Got in trouble Friday night. He got in the trash, bunch of paper, tore it up all over the house. Mama got the fly swat hold of him, but he's better now. He's gonna pull out that if we hope. But anyhow, we're gonna plant today. So this is gonna pan down here. We got our trays already filled and I've watered them. And what you want to do, guys, just start out with, you want to wet your soil down before you plant. The reason why is because if you put that seed in there dry and then water it, it's going to want to try to float up out of there and get up on top. So this way it'll settle down these little holes. And here's what you want to do. Here's what you need before you even start to do this. Of course, your seed, your plant tags, your Sharpie marker, and an ink pen. You want those 3 or 4 things before you even start. And good idea to go ahead and make up your tags ahead of time. And so here's what we're going to start out with. I'm not going to plant all these trays because we don't want to bore you guys just watching us drop the seed in every hole. But there's our purple. That's an old heirloom cauliflower. And then we have the flame star. That's really a pretty cauliflower. Color doesn't matter, it all tastes the same. Godzilla broccoli, it makes a giant head of broccoli. The twisted cauliflower, which we have not tried, and there's another cauliflower, but that's what we're planting today is cold crop. We got the cabbage seed in our cycle where we're going to plant some of that too. It's a little windy, so we moved around here on the back side of the greenhouse, try to block a bunch of this wind on. You're going to hear traffic. You'll hear this plastic pop on this greenhouse. It's pretty windy today. But man, at least it's warm. Yesterday was brutal. We couldn't do anything. We had to sit in there with the heater. It was even cold in the greenhouse. So here we go. And let me find what I did in my purple one. Up there. This is the one we're going to start with. Get you something heavy to lay on your seed packs too. Keep it blowing away. Unless you're indoors or in the greenhouse. So we could use one of those little tiny little seed, what do you call them, honey, where you tap them, the little seed container?
Seed planter.
Yeah, a little planter, a little hand planter. Okay, I'm just dropping them. I'm trying to do one at a time, but it's almost impossible with these little bitty seeds. Just drop them in there, and then we're gonna come back and we'll just barely, whoop, I got about 4 or 5 in that one. There's one that didn't make it, there he goes. Don't worry about being perfect, because it's not going to happen. Unless you're real meticulous and you want to spend hours doing this, you're going to be there for hours, I promise you. And of course that's fine if you don't have a whole bunch. Sorry, we had to pause that emergency because Hux had went out to the road. Boy, Mama's going to get you again. You're going to have it. So now just take your finger and just barely, you know, a little popsicle stick or whatever you want to do, and just kind of roll a little bit of that damp soil in there. And don't worry about covering it exactly, because here's why. You're going to come in with water. You're going to come in with water anyhow, and it's going to continue to kind of push the soil on top of that little tiny seed. And so that's what we're going to do next. And here's what you need too. You got to have your water can. And you want one that's fine holes in that, so it don't flood your little seeds out. And then, come here, listen, we got our extra soil. So you want to have some of this on hand. This is a good composted mix. And by the way, I was gonna throw this out there too. I was gonna suggest when you guys do this, you get that Pro Mix at Walmart or Lowe's, wherever box stores got it. It's, oh, I don't know, the bale's about yay big square. I think it's, what is it, honey, 2.5 gallons in one of them, or 3.5, something like that.
I think it's 2.5.
And then they pack them down. It's compacted in that bale, so when you open it and when you add water to it, it expands. Okay, and that's really good for those wick tubs that we use. And we're going to show you the next video. Hopefully, we're going to show you completing ours. We got some more out here that we're going to finish out, and we'll show you start to finish how to build one and make it work correct. And the easy way to do it. We did the old ones the hard way. That's the only way we knew to do it. So now we're going to go around here and we're going to show you our little water pump set up here. This is a little 12 volt portable water pump. And you can see I've mounted on this little piece of scrap lumber. You got your battery, which is just a lawnmower battery. You can use any 12 volt battery. And you can see I had to jerry rig this thing. It busted up here on top because we'd used it so much and it vibrated. It busted that fitting out. So these are real durable. We pumped, I don't know, shoot, thousands of gallons of water with it. So I'm gonna turn it on so this is gonna follow me in here, and we've got it running a rain catchment barrel over here. Let me back up on that. Let me show them what. When you run your intake side, if you'll just put your piece of garden hose on here, look, you can just pull that out and move it. And then when you put it back in, this thing doesn't pump pressure. All it pumps is just water with no pressure. And I put a fishing sinker on it to hold it down in there. And so here we go, and we're gonna fire it up, and we'll show you about how much this thing pumps. There it goes, you can see it pull water in. So we've got our water. Here's what we do. We make on these tubes, because all of our tubes are different size. But this garden hose extension will fit in any of them. Now see, there she goes. And it pumps about 2.5 gallons a minute. It's about what this pump will transfer. And it's kind of like a bilge pump. But you can get, I don't know, years of use out of one of these pumps. And if you want a top water to start out with, that's fine. And then we'll finish filling these a little bit. Look where we've cut this spinach. And this stuff has grown back. What did we cut that last week? And look how it's already grown back. But here, we'll show you in this tub when it fills up. It comes out this wheat pole right here, you're done. Our parsley's looking better, honey. It's finally starting to grow. Do you want me my spinach leaves? Come here, Hux. You want spinach?
It's here.
Mom's got you. Oh, he's after a bug. Looks like a bee. I think it stung him. He'll learn quick.
Come here.
So, it'll take this thing a minute. We'll kind of keep an eye on it. So here's our lettuce. It's looking better. And our kale and our collards, we got those restarted. Some of them didn't come up. I'm not sure why. But we can always plant more. But these weren't really done all that great, because for one, it was super cold there for about 2 weeks. But I put Agro-Thrive on all this, and it's really greened up since last week when I put it on, so it's doing good. I actually Agro-Thrived everything in here. And that sucker's not filling up yet, it's dry. Well, hey, we can pull a few carrots while we're waiting on it. Because we're going to have some more carrots tonight. We cooked some last night. Man, they were really good. These little young carrots like this, you just saute them in a pan. And we're gonna pull these pretty quick. We're not even gonna let them, look at the weed in there. We're not even gonna let them mature. The reason why is we're gonna replant in these tubs. And normally we would let the carrots get big. But see, here's how you pick them, guys. Don't just pull, right? Go down in there. Now look, see? See, now you can see the top of it. So those two right there, that's not very long, but that's okay. Now that was nice.
Give me that one. I'll give it to Hux.
Give him the little one?
Yeah, Hux likes carrots.
He likes carrots, we found out. And anything we eat, he obviously wants to try to eat. He likes spinach, as y'all know. And let's see. Oh yeah, here's a big one, honey. Well, big diameter. That's about it. But we'll grow out our big carrots here in the spring. There's one at the top broke off from. There. They just don't have no length to them. I don't know if that cold weather blast hurt them or what. Well, it's just now filling, honey, look. So now we're back over here at this tub. It's finally filled up. We hadn't filled them all winter. There's really no need of it because you can top water everything.
That's how you tell that you're done and you need to move to the next.
So we're gonna go to this next one now. And now let me top water that stuff just a little bit. Give it a little shot there.
That's why they call these wicking tubs.
Yeah, they're self-wicking. And they pull the water and they wick it up to about the halfway point. Sometimes it'll come all the way up. But here's what you're doing, guys. I've had people ask us, say, well, can I build one out of a 30-gallon trash can? No. Why not? I said, well, you're working against gravity. See, it's like a candle wick, you know, so to speak, or an old kerosene wick. It wicks that fluid up there and brings it up where that plant can get to it. Of course, it'll run its roots down to it. But if you try to build these things too tall, it won't wick. It'll just wick part of the way and stop.
But you can take a 30-gallon plastic trash can, cut it off, make a wicking tub out of the bottom, and then if you have cactus or something you want to put in your yard or roses, you can put that down and keep the grass out of the flowers.
Yep, you sure can. You can do that as well. Well, let me lay these carrots down here because we're gonna end up having to watch this water pump. But our potatoes are really coming on. They are flat getting after it. And they need water too. So we're going to end up watering all this stuff. And then it's time to start planting, of course. And we love it in the spring. We hope everybody's excited and they're ready to plant. And this coming here in March, we're going to start planting tomatoes and peppers and eggplant and all that. And we're going to have another plant sale here at home. We've got a lot of people, the word's got out that we plant extra plants, and so I've already had 3 or 4 stop already. You guys going? Yeah, well, of course we are. That's what we do. And they really appreciate. Well, look at it. Let me show them now. Show them how that sucker's really getting after it. So let me go to this one. We're going to top water. These plants ain't even big enough to worry about wicking. So I thought that was a potato, honey. I think that may be eggplant sprouted back out from the roots. These carrots take a lot of water. Carrots do, cucumbers do. They're just water hogs. That's all there is to it. But y'all won't see on this one because the hole's back here on my side. But it takes a lot of water, and you're better off if you can catch rainwater off your roof or off your barn or whatever you got. Because, man, that's free. And charge that battery up. I can pump water for 3 or 4 days on one charge. I mean pump every day. And it holds a pretty good charge. And if you wanted to pump longer, if you want to spend money, get a deep cycle marine battery, you know, you can. Or you could rig up your generator with a 12-volt alternator on it and hook your leads right up to that on a wind turbine and run it. It would run that pump just off that 12-volt alternator. So I'm going to try that, by the way. I've got 2 or 3 here. I need to try to get that fixed and see how that's going to work. But anyhow, like I said, if you guys enjoyed, we got some friends here local that didn't know we had a YouTube channel. So someone sent them a link to us, and we didn't know they collected artifacts, and they looked at our artifact videos and loved them. So we're going to do some more of that. We got to get some fishing in, but we're going to try to pre-fish before we actually shoot a video, because without fish you don't have a fishing video. So it's kind of like going on an artifact hunt, not finding any artifacts. You know, you're just shooting outdoors and that's about it, which that's fine. But we'll get some of that done, and like I said, the very next one, more than likely, we're going to show you guys how to do the wick tubs. And I've already got everything set up for them. It won't take forever to walk you through and show you how to do it. And I hope everybody starts gardening quick as you can, because food's high. I just saw this morning the new stats on food prices. Butter went up 40%. Eggs went up 25%. Flour went up 20%. I mean, this just keeps going.
We have some chickens, but we're getting more so we can have our own cook our own chickens, and we already have our own eggs, but we're going to have more so we can help our friends and neighbors out. Yeah.
They pay us half of what they pay in the store. That's only so we can cover feed costs. We're not trying to make any money out of it, with the exception of replacing the feed, because all the feed and everything's went up too. Oh, by the way, I better include this so I don't forget it. I was telling you about the Pro Mix. I checked the price on it before we did the video. A bale of it's $11.84 at Walmart. That's what we paid for it 3 years ago. So it hasn't went up. So that's one reason I recommended that. Because if you go to some of these other supplier stores, you're going to pay out the nose for potting mix and starter mix and all that. It's just not in your benefit to do all that. And like these little tags, you know, I forgot this too, honey. If you don't want to buy a tag, we bought these 3 years ago. We bought a bunch of them. So we're not going to run out. But you can make these. Save any white container, yogurt, cottage cheese, anything that's white. Cut the top and bottom out of it and cut these with scissors, and you can make your own plant tags. If you don't want to buy a 100 pack, well, don't buy a 100 pack. Just make your own, you know, if you're not going to use a whole lot. And that's a good way to save money. And the more you save, it's better these days, because, man, it's tough to save $1. But we'll catch you guys on the next one. Now, remember, hit that thumbs up on our channel. You don't have to watch a video, but that helps our channel. That puts a feed out there in the loop. And our thumbs up, and like and subscribe and share it with everybody if you don't mind. So we'll see you next time.